Hello there, welcome to the news on Nepal television. I am Rosina Rai, starting with the headlines. Ruling coalition meeting today to discuss cabinet expansion, meeting likely to finalize ministerial portfolio allocation. Sudur Paschim Provincial Assembly to vote for the Speaker today. Chief Ministers of Lumbini, Karnali and Sudur Paschim provinces taking oath of office and secrecy. Putin removes Russia's top commander of Ukraine. And Lionel Messi scores in his first game for PSG since winning the World Cup with Argentina. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. The ruling coalition partners have called a meeting today to garner a consensus on cabinet expansion and allocation of ministries. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal is making preparation to expand the cabinet after they gained the vote of confidence from the House of Representatives on Tuesday. The political parties earlier agreed to give full say, likely to finalize the distribution of ministerial portfolios among the ruling partners. CPN Maoist Centre's MP Baburam Gautam will be elected as the Speaker of Provincial Assembly of Province 1. Provincial Assembly Secretariat informed that Gautam, being the lone only candidate for the post of Speaker, will be elected as per the Provincial Assembly regulations. In Province 1, Gautam's lone candidacy was registered as per the agreement between the ruling forces to allow the Speaker's portfolios to CPN Maoist Center, the office of the provincial heads informed. Preparations have been made to administer the oath to Speaker Gautam at 1 p.m. Nomination time for filling of nominations is from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. today, according to the Provincial Assembly Secretariat. Likewise, the time for withdrawing of nominations is from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. and the final list of candidates will be announced at 4 p.m. There are 110 Provincial Assembly members in Bagmati, including 37 from Nepali Congress, 27 from CPN UML, 21 from CPN Maoist Center, 13 from Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, 7 from CPN Unified Socialist, 3 from Nepal Mazdoor Kisan Party, and 2 from Hamro Nepali Party. Meanwhile, the Speaker of the Sudur Paschim Provincial Assembly will be elected today. The Sudur Paschim Provincial Assembly Secretariat has informed that 2 candidates have been nominated for the post of the Assembly Speaker. Nepali Congress are candidates for the post of Speaker. In the 53-member Provincial Assembly, at least 27 votes must be obtained to win the speakership. Rajendra Rawal of CPN UML has been appointed as the Chief Minister of Sudur Paschim Province yesterday. Lumbini's Chief Minister Leela Giri is taking the oath of office and secrecy today. The office of the Provincial Chief is organizing an oath-taking ceremony at 1 p.m. in the Lumbini Provincial Assembly, Deokhuri in Dang. The Chief Minister and the ministers should take the oath of office and secrecy before the Chief Minister, before assuming their duties. On Wednesday, Province Chief Amik Serchan appointed UML Parliament Constitution of Nepal. Preparations are also underway for the formation of 3 to 5 member cabinet today itself. The discussion has also progressed on one each from UML and Maoist taking the oath of a minister. Meanwhile, the newly appointed Chief Minister of Karnali Province, Rajkumar Sharma, is also taking the oath of office and secrecy today. The swearing-in ceremony will be held at the office of the Provincial Chief at 3 p.m. today. Sharma was appointed as the Chief Minister by the Province Chief Tilak Pariyar on Wednesday. Similarly, the newly appointed Chief Minister of Sudur Paschim Province, Rajendra Singh Rawal, is also taking the oath of office and secrecy today. according to Chief Minister yesterday. We have more updates at the site. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Now the further updates. The Ministry of Health and Population has urged all parents to take their children to the nearest health facility for vaccination against rubella and measles. Children at 9 months should be administered vaccine against rubella and measles, while second dose should be given in the 15th month. The ministry appealed to the parents for the vaccine in the wake of outbreak of rubella and measles cases reported among children in Nepal. Experts say that if a double dose of vaccine is administered, its effectiveness remains at 97%. A total of 90 cases of measles were reported among children in Nepal's sub-metropolitan city recently, while an infant is reported dead due to the infection. So far, measles vaccines has been administered in 3,000 children in the affected area. The daily life for people in Tarai and high mountainous region of the country has been affected by the cold wave for the past 2 weeks. People have been forced to stay indoors as a result of the severe cold. There has been a decrease in the mobility of people in the urban and rural areas due to the cold weather. According to the health authorities, there has been an increase in the number of children and the elderly falling sick and seeking treatment. Burning of firewood is taking place in places of the Tarai, while in the mountainous areas, people have confined themselves at home. President Joe Biden's aides have found a fresh batch of classified government records at a second location. In a growing political embarrassment for the White House, the first cake was found at a private office in Washington, D.C. that Biden used after his vice presidency. The matter is under review by the U.S. Department of Justice. Former President Donald Trump is facing criminal investigation for allegedly mishandling classified files. It was not yet clear on Wednesday when or where the additional tranche of files was found by Biden's aides. The original batch of about 10 documents was discovered in November at the Payne Biden Center and a think tank near the White House. Intelligence memos and briefing materials related to Ukraine, Iran, and the United Kingdom. President Vladimir Putin has removed Russia's top commander in Ukraine just 3 months after he was installed. Chief of the General Staff Valery Gerasimov will now lead what Mr. Putin terms a special military operation. Then Gerasimov replaces Sergei Surovikin, who was overseeing recent brutal attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure. The reshuffle comes as Russians claim they are making progress in eastern Ukraine after suffering a series of military defeats in recent months. Russia launched its invasion into Ukraine. 2012 is the longest-serving Russian chief of general staff of the post-Soviet era. We have more international headliners at the side. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. You are watching Nepal Television News, and now remaining international headliners. The leaders of Australia and Papua New Guinea said on Thursday they were working to finalize a new security treaty, a move that comes as a challenge to China's growing assertiveness in the region. Last year, China signed its own security pact with the neighboring Solomon Island, raising alarm that it have not released the details of their new treaty. But Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said it would be based on the deep trust between the two nations. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva on Wednesday attended an inauguration ceremony in Brasilia of two new female ministers in his government. Sonia Gujarara was tapped by Lula to serve as the country's Minister of Indigenous People. She was elected to Congress in October. Gujarara is widely known as the leader of the main umbrella group Brazil's many indigenous tribes and is a member of the Amazon Gujarara. In 2022, she was listed in Time magazine's list of the world's 100 most influential people. Lula promised. To the more updates, before that, let's have a quick look into the highlights of the site. China's consumer price index, main gauge of inflation, rose 1.8% year on December. The National Bureau of Statistics said Thursday the CPI climbed 2.0% year on year in 2022. Breaking down the inflation data in December, the price in both the urban and rural areas rose 1.8% from the previous year. Food prices went up 4.8% year on year, while non-food prices saw a 1.1% yearly gain. The consumer goods price 0.6%. Moving on to sports now. Lionel Messi scored in his first game for Paris Saint-Germain since winning the World Cup with Argentina following a video-assisted referee check. Neymar thought he had decided a third goal late on, but it was ruled second-placed Lens could only draw 2-2 at Strasbourg. We're almost at the end of this news bulletin, but before we say goodbye, quick reminders of the headlines. Ruling coalition meeting today, a discussed cabinet expansion meeting likely to finalize ministerial portfolio allocation. Sudur Pasim Provincial Assembly to vote for the Speaker today. Chief Ministers of Lumbini, Karnali and Sudur Pasim provinces taking oath of office and secrecy. Putin removes Russia's top commander of Ukraine invasion force. Reshuffle comes as Russian claims to make progress in eastern Ukraine. And Lionel Messi. This is all we have for this moment. Until our next bulletin, goodbye and namaste.